So, the 1.16 Nether update. It's been a topic we've been discussing for at least 4 or 5 months now, but the last few weeks has made the Nether update something quite special. In fact, I'd go as far as to say the Nether update might possibly be the best Minecraft update ever. And today we're going to be talking about what exactly Mojang has done to make this update so fascinating, so unique, and so special. So a lot to go over in today's video. Let me know down below in the comment section which feature so far is your favorite out of all the content we've seen for the Nether update. And if you guys can do me another huge favor and crush the like button for me. In fact, let's see if we can get over 34 likes in today's video. And be sure to hashtag Stealth Army as well, because I will be liking and favoriting some of the best comments in today's video. Now let's go ahead and talk about one of the first major improvements they made to the Nether update, and you guys are going to start to see a reoccurring theme, because this was a feature that initially Mojang was saying was probably not going to happen, and that is Nether Gold. When they finally announced that Nether Gold was coming to the 1.16 update, I lost my mind because so many people were asking for this feature, and Jeb said it's probably not going to happen. I believe Helen also said this is probably not going to happen as well. And we could clearly tell that Mojang was leaning more toward keeping gold out of the Nether and just keeping it in the overworld. And then they just shocked us and surprised us all by introducing gold into the Nether. And they did it in a very unique way. So whenever you mine gold, you get gold nuggets. So that's going to make it really easy to trade with piglins and get the loot, possibly barter for the new enchantment like soul sand and other rare items like the netherite hoe, which is extremely rare, but still, it's going to make us spend a lot more time in the Nether because we don't have to go to the overworld in order to get gold. So not only did Mojang make a smart decision, they also listened to the community. We've been pushing for Nether Gold, and they listened to us, and they decided to introduce it in the 1.16 update, which is just amazing. Now let's move on to another important feature that was briefly discussed during Minecon. They didn't really elaborate or discuss how they plan on doing this, but that is the respawn anchor, which is a new feature that will allow us to respawn in the Nether. Now, for a long time, we weren't sure entirely how Mojang was going to implement respawning, and a lot of us were speculating for quite some time that it would include some sort of a new version of a bed, maybe even a netherite bed, but they decided to do something even more creative and introduce a system in the Nether that allows you to recharge a block 4 times, and every time you die, it depletes a single charge, and you can recharge that block using Glowstone. So another reason to get Glowstone now. It has a new purpose, and I know a lot of us have a ton of Glowstone blocks, so Mojang was essentially able to accomplish 2 major things out of the respawn anchor. We now have a new system, a new way to respawn in the Nether consistently using Glowstone because it's not scarce, it's not even really a rare item. Glowstone is abundant, it's all over the place, it's easy to find, so you can also tell that Mojang put a lot of thought into this new feature. The respawn anchor looks incredible as well, and like I mentioned earlier, Glowstone is the best block to be able to recharge it with. It's just all over the place, so I feel like everybody's going to be taking advantage of this new feature that allows you to respawn in the Nether, and it looks incredible. I just love staring at the respawn anchor. It just looks mysterious and spooky, and it's one of my favorite blocks in the Nether so far. Now let's move on to another block, and this block is probably one of the most important blocks in the game ever. It's a feature that should have been in the game a long time ago. That's why I'm hyping it up, and it's called the Lodestone. Now, I feel like this is the block that everybody should have in their inventory or have at least one of, because it's going to allow you to pinpoint a specific location depending on where the lodestone is, and you can use it with your compass. So for instance, if I put a lodestone at my home and I have a compass synced with the lodestone, no matter where I'm at in the world, it will point me toward my house. So you can clearly tell that this is going to be an extremely important item and possibly one of the most important blocks to have in a future update, because every time we get new content, new features, it expands the world in some shape or form, meaning you're probably going to go out further and further, and you're more than likely going to get lost eventually. If you're like me, you get lost all the time, so having the lodestone is going to be so important to have, especially if you plan on building further out or checking out different biomes and exploring, because the best part about the Lodestone is that it works in different dimensions. It works in the end, it works in the overworld, and of course the nether. So let me know what you guys think about the Lodestone. I really love this block, and it also looks incredible as well, but the only catch is that you need a netherite ingot, which is very valuable and precious. I know a lot of you want the netherite armor, so you really have to weigh in the pros and cons of things, but I feel like the Lodestone is going to be more valuable over time, and definitely, especially if you plan on building all over the place, you're going to want something that's going to allow you to pinpoint a specific location. So I feel like for future updates, you definitely are going to want the Lodestone block. It's an investment, a very expensive one, but you're going to really appreciate it over time. Now let's move on to another important feature, and this is a brand new mob in the game, the first passive mob in the Nether, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first passive mob, and that's called the Strider. Now, it looks adorable in my opinion. I know some of you guys don't like the design. Let me know how you feel about the Strider. But this mob is sort of replacing the nether boat, and this was a feature that a lot of us were pushing. I feel like every single Minecraft YouTuber was pushing the nether boat, and a lot of you were pushing it as well. You really wanted Mojang to implement that into the nether, but they came up with something not only original, but very creative. So this is a mob that when you mount it, you can move across lava, and not only that, this mob moves really fast. The Strider cruises across lava, and all you need is a saddle, warped fungus if you're trying to breed them. They like warped fungus, and if you're trying to maneuver and direct them in a specific location, all you need is warped fungus on a stick. So it's basically a fishing rod with warped fungus at the very end, similar to pigs with the carrot on a stick, like the exact same method and mechanic, except it's a Strider, and they are amazing, and they're very peaceful. They don't want no beef, they don't want no problems. They're not going to attack you if you attack them. They're just super chill and mellow, and they don't want any problems, which is why they're one of my favorite mobs already, because I feel like I'm the same way. I'm peaceful, I don't want any problems, I just want to chill, and they are just sort of those mobs that you would never expect to see in the nether. So I feel like they're the perfect mob. The only issue is probably the design can be simplified. Let me know what you guys think about the design overall, if you could make some changes. What type of changes would you make to the overall design of the Strider? But let me know what you guys think about every single feature as well in the nether. What are some things that you really enjoy about this update so far, and things you would like to see added in a future snapshot? But thank you guys as well for all the support lately. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more daily videos. Click that notification bell sign as well, and I'll see you all in the next video. So take care, everyone. Peace.